With a large growing population and with many great advancements in technology, America is known for its opulence and power. And as one of the major powerhouses in the world, many other nations look up to the United States for help. However, it is embarrassing to say that the U.S. is also known for its great contributions to pollution, with each person creating about 4.6 pounds of waste per day, and sadly, that waste is sometimes not disposed of properly. Pollution is the largest and most concerning problem both in the United States and the world today. Even though the United States is one of the major powerhouses in the world, it is doing a very poor job in leading the way to becoming 100% renewable energy. The United States is ranked 10th in leading the way to renewable energy, behind smaller countries like Sweden, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Denmark, and many others. All of these countries are smaller and not nearly as powerful or as wealthy as the United States. Yet we still fall behind them in converting to renewable energy. This is mainly due to a large population and a lack of knowledge and a true lack of caring for the environment. This leads to more pollution and eventually will lead to the earth becoming inhabitable. There are three main types of pollution that humans contribute to. The first type of pollution, and arguably the worst type of pollution, is air pollution. The main source of air pollution comes from burning fossil fuels. The burning of fossil fuels releases large amounts of pollutants such as carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, ozone, particulate matter, and many other types of harmful pollutants. These pollutants lead to climate change due to the greenhouse effect and many other lung-related diseases like asthma. Not only does the air pollution affect the air quality, but also affects water and soil quality as well, which makes it the worst type of pollution. The second type of pollution is water pollution. The main sources of water pollution are runoff and litter blowing into the water. This affects many of the wildlife in the ocean and leads to many of the animals ingesting the trash or getting caught in the trash. This often leads to bioaccumulation and results in other species being affected as well. The third type of pollution is soil pollution. The main source of soil pollution is direct discharge of industrial waste. This is very harmful to the environment because it also leads to bioaccumulation in the ecosystem and leads to many different types of species dying. All of these types of pollutions have one thing in common. They are all related to the uses of fossil fuels. Whether it is burning fossil fuels or it is making plastic, they all end up harming the environment in some way, including innocent animals, which often leads to the animals losing their lives due to our pollution. While there are some uses of renewable energy in the United States, there is not enough. Renewable energy accounts for the least amount of energy used in the United States. In order to eradicate pollution, renewable energy has to be the main source of energy. To do this, we first need to reduce the amount of pollution that is being produced, and second, we need to eradicate the pollution that we already have caused. The main source of renewable energy that should be used is solar energy. The sun is the only energy source that is the most abundant and is the only energy source that we as humans cannot mess up. Instead of using fossil fuels for our main source of energy, solar energy should be the main source of energy. This can be implemented by using solar panels on the roofs of every house, and the buildings can receive energy from solar energy power plants. This will ultimately lead to a huge reduction in the amount of pollution that is being produced. In addition to solar energy, the second main source of energy should be nuclear power. Nuclear power is a very clean source of energy and is very efficient. Nuclear energy will be able to help with the energy output when an area on the Earth doesn't receive as much light and can't use solar energy. In order to eradicate the pollution on the Earth, there will be three types of robots that will be made to help reduce the amount of pollution on Earth. The first type of robot will be a water robot. The robot will come in three different sizes, and the different sizes will have different areas of water that it will cover. The main function of the robots will be to filter and clean the water. The robot will have a sophisticated filtration system and a large area to store trash that is found in the water. The second type of robot will be a flying robot. It will be able to fly through the air and filter the air to reduce the amount of harmful pollutants that are in the air. It will do this by sucking the air into a chamber that is connected to a device similar to a catalytic converter, where the device will take the air and remove the harmful pollutants and put them in a storage tank. The third type of robot will be a land robot. It will be able to walk across the land and help with soil pollution. It will do this by taking soil samples and picking up litter that it finds on the ground. With these three robots, the amount of pollution that is on the earth will be greatly reduced. While many people are against nuclear power because of the fear that radiation will leak into the environment, this is very unlikely to happen. Nuclear power is being built better so that they are safer and there will be less of a chance of a nuclear disaster from happening again. In addition, people will be hesitant to let robots roam the earth freely because they will think that robots will lead to less jobs. However, the robots will create more jobs because there will be people needed to help regulate the robots and to take the trash that the robots collect. Also, people will argue that robots are going to be too expensive and that there won't be enough funding. The funding for the robots will come from other budgets that are not as important, like the military, because if we don't stop pollution, then the earth will become inhabitable and will lead to the extinction of humans, and then there won't be a military to fund anymore. So it is important that we make pollution the most important problem in today's society. In conclusion, it is very important that we make pollution our number one priority as a nation, and as a community, we need to work together to help reduce the amount of pollution by using solar panels as our main source of energy. In addition, there need to be robots that help clean up the pollutants that are on the earth so that we can live in a cleaner earth.